2020 to Marvel Universe latest masterpiece. The Marvel version of Batman makes a stunning debut. It is said that the rich rely on technology and the poor rely on mutation. However, the male protagonist Morbius, not as rich as DC Batman. Morbius grew up in the orphanage, born with an incurable blood disease. He needs to change his blood 3 times a day. He limped. This makes Morbius. They get a lot of weird looks. Fortunately, he has a good friend Milo, who feels sorry for each other. Milo, who was having a great conversation, suddenly fainted. Morbius in a hurry, with exceptional hands-on ability. Only the spring of the ballpoint pen is used. Fix Milo's medical equipment. He saved his friend's life, so he was appreciated by the dean. Then he was recommended by the dean to study in the United States. After 25 years, Morbius has been transformed, became a renowned hematologist. The development of artificial blood has also won a Nobel Prize. However, artificial blood will not cure his terminal illness, so Morbius had a bold idea. He first went to the rainforest of Costa Rica. He came to a cave. To collect enough bats, Morbius started to work, mixing human and bat DNA, so you can get the same anticoagulant gene as a bat. Hundreds of experiments. Morbius is finally on the mouse, and they succeeded. Can't wait for him. Immediately thinking of human trials, and the first target is himself. And the next day, Morbius found his childhood friend, Mina. It means there will be a way soon. Completely cure the terminal illness of the two. Because of the illegality of the antidote, he had to do it in secret on the high seas. At this time, Morbius' assistant and girlfriend, Audrea, come and witness this miraculous moment. Audrea had a 2-meter syringe into Morbius' body to be on the safe side, and Audrea was kind enough to tie him up. And then the mercenary upstairs remembered Audrea, come down and start flirting with Audrea. An alarm went off. The two looked back, found out that Morbius was missing. Audrea entering the experimental chamber. Morbius was found hanging upside down from the ceiling. At this point, he has lost his mind, became human like a bat. Frightened mercenaries go up with the bullets. Realizing that the situation was not good, Audrea closed the door. Then the support mercenaries arrived, and Morbius at this time. It also shows the ability to surpass ordinary people. After a massacre, saw Audrea passed out on the ground. Morbius finally regained his senses, and gradually changed to humans. When he sees himself in the mirror, has become a macho man with tendons. By viewing the monitoring, he just remembered what he had just done. There is no way out. After he brings the serum, and plunged into the deep sea. The man in front of you, has become friends with bats. He also developed a super ability unique to bats. It all started when he injected bat serum. Morbius returned to the lab, drinking artificial blood. But a pack of artificial blood will only last him 4-6 hours. Morbius also realized the effectiveness of artificial blood is decreasing. He didn't want to repeat the tragedy on the boat, decided to lock himself in a sealed compartment. And at this time, Milo also learned of the massacre on the ship. He realized it must have something to do with his friend Morbius. And when he came to the laboratory, seeing Morbius in pain and struggle, by prompting him to hand his friend a bag of artificial blood. Seeing Morbius restored to a macho man, he immediately wanted to give himself a shot too. But Morbius didn't want to. Milo turned into a monster like himself, kicked him out of the lab. The nurse on the other side was walking down the hallway of the lab. She found the sensor light inexplicably turned off. When the light comes on, she saw a monster coming at her. The nurse was so scared that she ran away. Just when she thought she had escaped, a paw grabbed her neck. Wait until the next day. Morbius saw the nurse being sucked blood, thought it was his own masterpiece again. Hurry back and fill a big bag of artificial blood, ready to run. And this time, the police investigating the case blocked his way. The police at this time passed the artificial blood evidence on the ship, getting ready to capture Morbius. He performed a mid-air escape. Affected by the airflow from the roof, Morbius still hasn't escaped the sheriff's pond, and then he went to jail. At this time, the effect of artificial blood also began to gradually weaken. Just at this time, Milo comes to the prison to visit again. Before leaving, he didn't forget to leave a bag of artificial blood for Morbius. Looking at the crutches Milo left behind, he realized that Milo must now have been injected with the same serum as himself. Morbius felt greatly insulted. A bag of adult hematopoietic belly kicked open a prison window. Make use of your powerful GPS capabilities. Instant positioning to Milo. For a moment, former friends became mortal enemies. The war is imminent. The police who arrived tried to contain the scene. Milo was pinned to the wall. He dug out a stone. After the man brought down several policemen, he actually performed a street dance. He himself is no match for Milo. Mobius decides to run. Who knows that Milo is still reluctant to give up. At this time, a subway belt. It activates the air currents around it. This gave Mobius an instant insight into the ability to fly. This was how he escaped Milo's pursuit. Then he found a girlfriend who was back to normal. Audrea asked her to help get the lab serum back, to develop an antidote. On the other side, Milo felt the peak of his life, ready to go out for an affair. He happened to meet his first love in a nightclub. When the two were about to rekindle their old relationship, a group of punks appeared. Mike, who is worried that there is no place to return blood. Homeopathy sucked them dry. And the orphanage director, who watched the two grow up. He also realized from the murder news that the situation was about to get out of hand. He made it to Milo's, persuade him to turn back, and Milo came back with a slap. The dean was beaten to pieces on the spot. After receiving a call for help from the dean, Mobius rushed to the scene, seeing the dean swallow in front of his eyes, and he was devastated. Immediately released sound waves to find the microphone. No one was found, but he felt the faint breath of Audrea, and when he got to his girlfriend, the girlfriend used her last strength. I think it means something. Mobius, after kissing his girlfriend goodbye, the anger value is directly off the table. With a single charge, he rushed towards Milo. A few rounds down, Mobius was beaten and couldn't fight back. After being summoned, thousands of bats came to the rescue. This moment, Mobius became the real Batman. He mobilized the bat swarm to hit Milo, press Milo to the ground, and rub like crazy. While Milo can't move, homeopathically came a needle in the carotid artery. Mike died instantly. Mobius also carried countless bats, disappear into the night sky. You thought it was over. The cracks in the multiverse have opened. Can you guess which villain has invaded this universe?